from the other side. This is Triplice Tarot. I go by Mar. And if you've been here before in this channel, you probably have noticed that we're on a different setup today. And that's because today I want to try a new way of reading. I'm going to make a noting reading, like nothing in a way of I won't ask the cards any questions. I'll just let the message intuitively come to me, okay? And probably it won't resonate with everyone, this message, but my intention is that for the ones that this message resonates, it's going to bring you guys a lot of healing and a lot of soothing energies, a lot of love, and it hopefully can help you guys with your process, your spiritual process, your growth process. And this reading is inspired by another tarot reader. She has a channel here, and her channel is in Portuguese. Her name is Patricia Monteiro, and she really inspired me with this way of reading. I mean, it's something that I've never seen somewhere else. Maybe people do it, but I only know it from her, and it has helped me, like her readings and the way she shares her knowledge and intuition inspires me, and it helped me a lot through my processes. And I want to be able to put something out there because she has her intuition and her way of working, and I have mine, you know, and it's really unique. All of us have unique intuitions. But yeah, I just want to pay my respects to her, and I'll do it the way I feel like I should do, and the way I feel comfortable in doing it. It's going to be completely intuitive. I already pre-shuffled the decks. I think I'm going to use 4 decks, but I'm not sure. I'm going to let it flow. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. So let's start with our noting reading. And let's see what's coming for the collective today. We have the Princess of Swords. Beautiful already. Let's take my hand out so I can focus. Yeah. Princess of Swords. Something that Patricia helped me a lot is to realize that images are really something for me, you know. It has always been. We have the 3 of Wands, but I haven't really noticed it until I saw her like using images to capture messages, you know, intuitive messages, to channel. Yeah, the 3 of Wands, okay. We're going to do 5 cards. We have the 3, oh, another 3. The 3 of Discs, which is the 3 of Pentacles. 3, and the Princess of Swords. It's an ascending message. My cat's on the table. You guys already know he likes to be on the table. Please. We have the 2 of Swords. This is the Thoth Oracle, not Oracle, sorry, the Thoth Tarot deck. I cannot leave him on the table because the camera is mainly focusing on him, even though he wants some love. I'm gonna have to take him out. Stubborn, so he's kind of stubborn. We have the 10 of Cups. Wow. Wow. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck we have the 10 of Wow, the Ten of Pentacles. Are you kidding me, guys? Like, what is this message? Okay, so I definitely do feel here that you've been battling a lot of stuff, honestly. With this Princess of Swords here, she's just in a war zone, I would say. She's in a war zone and she's battling a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of things coming at once. Like all of the things that are like falling apart and attacking her at the same time, you know. And today I'm reading this shortly after the eclipse in Taurus, the lunar eclipse in Taurus on November 19th of 2021. And this energy of like a lot of things coming at once, it kind of reminded me of the eclipse, because yeah, the eclipse does bring a lot of unexpected movement towards our life. I mean, before the eclipse and after the eclipse too, even through months, you can feel the energy shifting. And I feel that you're handling a lot of battles right now. You don't have to be listening to this next twin eclipse season, you know, for it to resonate. But maybe you are. But at the same time, this Princess of Swords here, it looks like she has a shield on her. It's an unusual shield. I hope you guys can see it. It's like this geometric shield, which makes me think of sacred geometry. Like, she's protected by spirit, you know, like your energy is protected by spirit, and you're fighting, like, but whatever it is that you're fighting right now, I have it here again. Oh, okay, so they're kind of probably linked, because we have in the Two of Swords, we have this sacred geometry too. If you guys check it out, you'll notice. I hope it's focusing. Yeah, in the Two of Swords, the sacred geometry is on. So I do believe that because there's a lot of things coming at you at once, it's intimidating, you know? It makes you anxious and definitely makes you want to stop. Like, just stop for a second, like take a break, which is a good thing in the eclipse season too. But if you're not in the eclipse season, you should take a break anyways. And not a break on like just watching things go by, because I know you're a fighter with this Princess of Swords here. But I mean a break to be strategic about things, to perceive what is it that is aligned with you. I mean, do you see, as I said before about like sacred geometry, there's this beautiful harmony in those forms, those four forms here. And I do believe that what you're searching for right now is harmony, and that's why you're fighting. I mean, you're like fighting with teeth and claws, or teeth and nails, I don't know the saying, to have harmony, to pursue satiety with this Ten of Cups, you know, to actually have emotional fulfillment, and not only emotional, like material fulfillment too, because we have the Ten of Pentacles here. And right now I know that you're in a position of a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear of what's going to happen, you know. But with this Princess of Swords here and this Two of Swords asking for peace, it's telling me that you need to learn how to be strategic. I mean, you don't have to be fighting all the time, like force fighting, you know, all the time. I mean, you do need to fight, especially your mind. Not fight, I mean, I don't think fighting is the word. You do need to organize maybe, or stand up for your wants and needs, for the harmony you want in life, for the balance you want in life. I mean, you need to prioritize, yes, this energy, this harmony that you seek. But prioritizing it doesn't mean that you have to be fighting over it, like fighting life, you know, like everything's crumbling, because it reminds me of the Tower, this Princess of Swords here, with a lot of battle going on, you know. So it kind of gives me the vibe of, you're fighting too much. You need to take a step back and say, okay, how can I be more strategic about this? How can I let things crumble, you know? How can I allow things to crumble? Because I see here that you're fighting to maintain a lot of things that you're not handling it. It's like you're constantly fighting to you know, to achieve harmony, but it's failing because you're fighting, you know? When we want to attract harmony to our lives, we cannot be fighting in the fighting zone, you know? We can't, yes, we can be fierce, we can be bold, and we have to be strong, but strong-minded, you know? And the Two of Swords talks about this mind confusion, you know, this feeling of being stuck in the mind, of being like afraid even in the mind, and the body is fighting. I mean, your body is fighting, but your mind is so confused. You need to rearrange. You need to actually allow yourself to not be in the fighter position, to take a step back, you know, with this Three of Wands here too, and understand that you need to organize your thoughts and organize your wants and needs, your desires. I mean, what is it that's too much? Because, I mean, people say three is a crowd, right? We have 2 threes here. People say 3 is a crowd, and that's what I thought about when I saw this card. I mean, probably there's a lot of ego death that you might need to work on right now, because we have the Sun here, we have Aries here. You might be an Aries or have a strong Aries. Other signs that I see here are Capricorn. I did thought about Pisces too. Yeah, maybe Scorpio. We have, yeah, that's all for now. But you don't have to have those signs, you know? You can be any other sign, that doesn't really matter. What matters here is that I do believe that you're on a journey, you know, of fighting the ego. And for that to happen, you have to stop fighting on the outside for a little while. I mean, if you've been fighting on the outside for too long now's the time that you need to, you know, go within. You know, you need to actually take a break and say, okay, I'm trying to hold on to all the things that are crumbling around me, but what if I take a break? What if I like make what if I check every part of my life and just cut off the loose ends, you know, and just, you know, this is too much. This is not for me anymore. This is crumbling and this is like not working, and I'm trying to maintain this and this. You need to cut some things out, you know? And For that, you're going to need to trust your intuition. There's a star. There's a star. I mean, in the middle of this card, there's something that reminds me of a star. Maybe it's not even a star, but in this ego death that you're experiencing and needing to actually pursue, you're actually going on a quest. You're on a quest already of being one with your spiritual side and with your material side and with your emotional side, you know, just aligning things. As I said before, harmony is what you're searching for. It's what you're going for right now. But for that you're going to need to let the material like fight and material like brutality stop. You're going to have to stop that for a little while, you know. Maybe you are already in the path of already like, okay, I cannot fight this anymore. I need to be strategic about this. I need to take a step back. I need to cut the things that are over in my life. I mean, I need to cut the things that are no longer bearable in my life. And you're going to need the help of your intuition, because I do believe it is highly strong, your intuition. And we have here a match of colors in a way of the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. And I do believe that in the minute that you stop to take a second even, and not let your mind like consume you with the doubts of like, let your mind be at peace. As it says here, it says peace. In the minute that you let your mind be at peace, you will understand that the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for was right in front of you. You know, there's something, and you already know what it is that you want. And this something, I'm pretty sure, is an alignment, you know, maybe a divine alignment, even it's a partnership, you know. I won't say it's a love, it's a real partnership. Love wise, it may be, we're not discarding the option, but it can be a partnership in work, a partnership in spirituality, a partnership. Actually, it's a partnership in every part of your life. You want a relationship, yes. A relationship that you feel aligned with, you know? That you feel that you can, I don't know, maybe that you can have it all. That's it. That just hit right through me. It's like you've been fighting to transform the things that are already in your life into the things that are aligned with you. But a lot of those things are too much. A lot of those things need to be cut off, you know, so you can have a focus. You need to focus. And for you to focus, you need to take a step back. You need to meditate. Please do meditate. If you're not someone that usually meditates, take a deep breath, you know, take a step back and wonder, what is it that I really want? Do I want power only? Do I want someone, I don't know, to control? Or do I want someone to share with? Do I want someone to... I'm bleeding. Sorry, I just cut my leg. Maybe you're bleeding. I don't know. If I'm bleeding, maybe you're bleeding. Who knows? But yeah, the 3 of Discs for me is the alignment that you're seeking. It exists. It does exist. It might be an alignment of spirituality and physical body and, you know, money, or an alignment between money, career and stuff. Or it can be, an alignment between family and work and spirituality, you know, whatever it is, the alignment you're searching. They all go all the way. You know, you can have it all. You can have all the things you wish, and you need to believe that, first of all, of course. But you gotta understand that this alignment will, it's already like present in your energy. I have this feeling that it has been weirdly cultivated for you. It has been coming to an emerging point, I would say, because we have a lot of waves here and wheels that reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. You know, those cards aren't here, but the energy that I feel is that one. And the Wheel of Fortune is one that is the one that kind of like moves our lives, you know? It's the one that kind of like makes us, how can I put it? It aligns us with whatever it is that's aligned with us. The Wheel of Fortune has this power. It's the universe actually, shifting things up for us, breaking down, putting on the ground whatever it is that needs to be put down, and lifting up whatever it is that, you know, the wheel, what comes up must come down. You know, it's always cycles. And I do believe that you have, okay, you guys are going to listen to a little bit of a noise now, but don't mind that. It's just my shower. Someone's showering here in my house. But yeah, I hope it's not too weird. Continuing, I do believe that the universe has been strongly preparing things for you, you know? And things that are actually aligned with you, and you can feel them, you know? They're close to you. It's like they're in the edge. They're in your edge, you know? You feel them close, but you're not there yet because you haven't allowed yourself to be there yet. You're trying to hold on to all the things that are like too much in your life. You need to actually learn to let go, to know when to put down your weapons and fighting for things that you want to keep in your life, and allow your intuition to tell you what is it that you want. Allow your intuition to bring to you, you know, and to guide you to receive what you want and to take action towards what you want, you know, and waiting for the right moment to you know, to make moves and to, you know, being strategic, as I said before. But with the Ten of Pentacles here, I mean, and we have the Knight of Wands, yeah. The Ten of Pentacles here, I mean, surely, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, you're going to have it all. Like, you're going to have the emotional fulfillment, the material fulfillment, the spiritual fulfillment, the everything, you know, fulfillment. You're going to feel good about what's coming for you. But you have to make this move. You have to upgrade yourself in a way of allowing yourself to focus on your intuition, cut whatever it is that you need to cut. No, I mean, make a break. And when I say cut, I'm not saying cut in a brutal way, as you were trying to, like, you're trying to fix things on the material. You gotta look internally. You know, right now is the moment that you need to go within. You know, work yourself inside out, like decide inside, yeah, what is it that you want, how you want it. I mean, we're created. I mean, ask for the universe, because he will show you. He's been preparing for you, and you probably, if you're here listening to this, you probably already know what I'm talking about. You probably already feel, because with this Three of Wands here, it gives me the energy of like, you already I mean, you're feeling this intuition, you know, right in the middle. You're the middle thing here, but there is a lot of things like kind of waiting on you, like not, I mean putting some weight on you, you know, and making you feel like you're out of balance, and that's why you need to step back from those energies. Okay, now let's see additional messages. Let's see what we have here. Did something. No, just this one. We have heart with a key. Oh, ain't that sweet? And it says here, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. I mean, perfect, the word here. As I said before, I mean, it has, I knew we had a relationship energy, but I'm not, I mean, if it's not a relationship for you, it's definitely open yourself up, I mean, to heal the way you perceive that you can have love, because I do believe that you have this fighting energy on you, like there's really like deep rooted on you, and you feel like you have to fight for things so hard. It's like a belief that you have. You gotta always be fighting. I mean, if a relationship cannot be just tender, a relationship cannot be just chill and just aligned and perfect and feel perfect. I mean, if I do believe that you have an energy that's like it's leaving you right now, of course, but you have this limiting belief that you need to, I mean, think good things, you have to fight for them. But good things can, and you can fight for good things. I'm not saying that you cannot, but there's a lot of good things that just align with us, and they feel perfect, and they feel good, and they feel calm, and they feel nurturing, and they feel, you know, they make you strong. They don't make you afraid. They don't make you on the battle position. They make you feel powerful and confident, and you know, I'm doing this, and they make you feel, you know, welcoming. So open your heart. Honestly, like go inside. As I said before, you gotta check your heart out. You gotta check what are those beliefs that you have, you know? Healthy choices. I mean, right? And it says here, making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. I mean, exactly. For you to this, I mean, you have this limiting belief that you need to fight for things, and probably that has a lot to do with the way you love yourself. You know, maybe you're someone that, I mean, if people treat you badly, you tend to feel like you deserved it, or you tend to like blame yourself or try to rebuild the situation because you think like, oh no, yeah, it's normal for things like to fall apart. I'm not saying you should give up on everything that don't go the way you plan, but there are some things that we keep on like insisting that are just hurtful, and this is a way of punishing yourself. You know, this comes a lot for people that do not work on their self-love, and I do believe I think we're back, but my camera just stopped for a quick second. But yeah, as I was saying before, a lot of the times we just make choices that they seem hard on us because we believe that they need to be hard. I mean, we deserve them to be hard, or it will only be worth it if it's hard or if it hurts, and that's not really the case usually, and that's definitely not the case for you right now. You know, there are things aligned with you that will feel perfect, or that already feel perfect to you, but you have to drop your armor. You know, you have to stand down a little bit and decide and actually allow yourself to see what are those things, you know. And for that, you're going to have to make healthy choices, which can be difficult for a lot of people when we're in a constant pattern of self-hurting ourselves or self-loathing or you know. So yeah, it's definitely a process on you, okay? But you have all that it takes. Everything's aligned for you already, okay? You just have to believe that and receive that, and work on that. Work on yourself, work on your inner self. Like, be ready to receive. Feel that you deserve something that's perfect and easy going, you know, just easy. I mean, I just looking at someone and being like, yeah, it's just easy. This is easy for me to, you know, the feeling is easy, or you know, it flows, or work, whatever. But it has to do with the heart, whatever it is that you love, you know. Let it be easy going. You don't have to be fighting for love all along, you know. There are times in life when we need to fight for love, but there are a lot of times in life when we need to rest. And you fought enough already, okay? Now you need to rest and let love come to you. But for you to let love come to you, you need to work on yourself, okay? Final one, please, on this deck. I love this little deck. I mean, all the decks are listed down below on the description box. We have palm tree, and it says stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. Nice, so nice. So yeah, focus. This palm tree, for me, it says a lot about what you're wanting to build. As I said before, you want stability, you want harmony, you want, you know, something that you can feel safe on, because you're not feeling safe at all in your environment. I mean, maybe in every aspect of your life right now. But there are, I mean, I'm telling you, for real, there are things that are aligned with you. But you need to make the inner work. You need to stop putting the effort only on the outside, only on the things you can see and touch, you know, and try to figure it out on the outside. You gotta do the inner work so you can focus, you know, on whatever it is that, okay, this feels good, this feels aligned. Trust that. Trust that gut, you know, that inner feeling, the intuition. Ask for guidance, okay? Ask for a sign from the universe. Just, you know, that's it. And we have girl with a snake at the bottom of the deck. Girl with a snake. And it says empath and narcissist, paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, or boundaries. And this one reminded me, I mean, it feels like she's tattooed. Maybe you have a snake tattoo, or the person you like have a snake tattoo. You know, I mean, you should focus. And yeah, it says here, empath and narcissistic paradigm. Maybe you're a narcissist. I mean, sorry, but maybe you are. And you're probably an empath too. If you're not familiar with the terms, you can always look it up. But yeah, you can be both, guys. But in different time frames, you know. Narcissists and empaths, and yeah, and you can be both at the same time too. That's not an impossible thing. Being charmed or used, I kind of do feel like you're in both spectrums of this card. I mean, it's like maybe it's you and someone else. Like maybe you're the narcissist and the person is the empath, or maybe you're an empath and you're dealing with someone who's a narcissist. I mean, in this fighting scenario. And we have being charmed or used. I mean, maybe someone's charming you in a way that feels aligned to you. And at the same time, someone's using you, like using your energy. Or maybe you're someone that's like charming someone and at the same time using someone, you know? And we have enable, and at the same time we have boundaries. I mean, this is so great. So I do believe that at the same time, that you have to enable yourself to stop fighting for some things and start like going within and enable yourself to open your heart, open up, you know, explore new things, new feelings, new ways of thinking. At the same time, you need to have boundaries with people who are trying to like how can I put it, are trying to cross you, you know, or they're constantly crossing you, or constantly like testing you, constantly like bringing you down and stuff like that, you know. Or and at the same time, it can be like the maybe someone's enabling you, like they're opening up to you, or they might be opening up to you anytime soon. Or maybe someone has boundaries. I mean, this person that you like, you know, that's what I'm putting. It has a lot of things going on, and that's why I keep saying. I mean, you need to narrow down your options. I mean, now, because it's so confusing. I mean, it's like a lot of different energies. Like someone's using and being narcissistic and you know, not respecting boundaries, and the other way around is like empathic and charming, and it has like nurturing energy, but it can also have boundaries, of course. Healthy boundaries are important. But yeah, I mean, clear your mind, clear your space, not only your mind but your life. I mean, make a clean, I mean, for real, maybe even in your house, whatever. Just clean, you know, clean your options. That's what I'm getting, you know, because it's too much to handle. If it's too much for me to handle, I mean, for you that's fighting it a long time, because I do believe it's a long time, it's just too much. Like, please. I think I'm gonna take it only to this one. I love this deck, the Elemental Oracle deck. We have the Inner Core, Solidity, beautiful. That's all I can say. Like, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I hope it's focusing. I feel like it is. Hope so. So, do you see the image? I mean, again, we have like a uni mind here. Sorry, I just saw the Eternal movie. So uni mind is a word that came through. But can you see? It's a he and a she. It's like there is alignment. I mean, maybe even a twin flame energy here. I mean, because twin flames, if you're not familiar with it, I mean, twin flames are like people who share the same. It's hard to explain. You should look it up too. But it's like people who share the same inner fire, the same energy, the same soul even. So it feels like you guys think alike, or you know, you guys are alike, and that's what's up. But it's not the main focus here. I mean, you could be on a twin flame quest, which is usually harsh, okay? Which is usually troubling before you get there. But it needs a lot of inner work, a lot of inner like healing. And because the twin flame, because it is someone that's really alike, all the good things about this person like usually reminds us of our good things, but all the bad things about the person reminds us of our bad things. And vice versa, you know, the good things might remind us that we are not that good on those things. It's like a yin-yang situation, you know, that what you're not good at, the person is good at, and vice versa, stuff like that. But yeah, solidity. I do believe that you need to set your mind free and honestly break through. I mean, it's a heart-shaped, oh, so sweet. Oh my god, I just noticed that it's a heart-shaped, like a lot of hands here, which again makes me think that there's divine energy around you, aligning you with someone. honestly, aligning you with someone you love. But first you gotta free your mind, you know, find peace of mind and allow yourself to break through the solid like beliefs you may have about yourself, about relationships, about love, about everything, you know. This changed course a lot. I mean, really quickly, I would say, because of course, I was talking about this before, but this is actually really a specific message about the twin flame quest. And yeah, but I do believe that's what it is. And we have here adventure, south. Nice and amazing. Nice and amazing adventure. I mean, I do, and at the bottom of the deck we have attraction, magnetism. I don't know why, but I knew this card would come out when I was shuffling, pre-shuffling. I knew this card would come out, would appear. So with those two cards here, adventure. I mean, it feels like it's this is so beautiful. It feels like he's an astronaut. And there's this lady here, this lonely lady, like red lonely lady. It makes me feel like maybe this person is already on your mind. Maybe, not maybe, I mean, if this is a twin flame quest, this person is definitely on your mind because it's a really strong connection. And with this adventure card here, it kind of makes me feel like you should explore the unexplored, you know, step out of your comfort zone, as I keep saying, because it's an astronaut. So maybe this person, not maybe, I mean, I'm going to affirm this, because if this is a twin flame journey that you're going through, this person definitely makes you uncomfortable in a lot of ways. Definitely makes you feel like you're in unexplored territory. It's like, even if it can feel dangerous territory. But yeah, adventure, like go on the adventure, you know, embrace the healthy choices and embrace trusting the stars and, you know, the alignments and your intuition, because again we have a star here. Trust your intuition, trust your what you're guided to do right now, honestly. As I said before, I mean, you need to take a step back first. I mean, I'm not saying you should, and again, we have a star. The kid's looking at a huge star. And kind of a portal. And it's a child, so I kind of think like the patterns that you have that are related to what is aligned with you and what isn't are really deeply connected with your childhood, you know? Maybe in your childhood you used to listen to your parents say that you need to work hard on love, or that love is not as important as having, like, I don't know, someone to help you pay the bills. Or maybe that's the kind of love you saw around you, like maybe you have saw like, not, I mean, maybe in your family, but I hope not, but maybe in your family you could have had parents that didn't actually love each other. They didn't really feel connected to each other, but they were there, you know, they were together for the family and stuff like that, because there's a lot of families that do that, and that's just emotional suicide, you know, for you and for the kids and for whoever it's near. And I don't know, there's a lot of things that could be, it could be every belief that maybe you, when you were growing up, you were taught to have. It's highly recommended that you look them up. It's highly recommended that you question yourself about them. Like, do I really need to stick up in a relationship without love? Or do I really need to, like, make myself a martyr in my relationship? Do I need to keep fighting all the time for love? Like maybe you had parents that fought a lot, and maybe you kind of, the idea of fighting was rooted in you as something being normal, you know, which really isn't. I mean, it's really normal to disagree on things, but it's not normal to live a life with someone who you keep fighting with, okay? But yeah, a final oracle here, so we can finish this. I really loved it. I mean, I really wasn't hoping for it to go on the direction it went, but it was just really fluid. And Patricia Monteiro, the tarot reader that and the spiritualist, person that I said that she does a lot of things that talk about twin flames and a lot about relationships, but I really didn't start this reading with this intention, you know. I guess it's just something that the collective is really strong on, and I've never realized that. I mean, I have realized it in my personal readings. I mean, there's a lot of people having quests on relationships right now, especially. There's a lot of souls trying to reach one another and trying to align. And there's a lot of souls that are like sick and tired of living a unfulfilled life, and they're breaking through. Like a lot of them are breaking through. I mean, we're having a lot of awakening points in the world since the pandemic and even before that. But yeah, I'm really loving it. Oh no, too many. I just want to please. Okay, a lot of things. We have transparency. I mean, this is another card that when I was shuffling, wow, for real. This is another card that when I was shuffling, I knew it would come out. Because I remember looking at her and thinking those bubbles were tears, you know? So maybe, not maybe, I'm going to affirm this too. You're kind of sad. You're sad. And I do believe that if you're a man or a woman watching this, that the person that you like is also sad in a way, like, and they're looking for transparency as much as you, because it says here honest, authentic, genuine, present. It's like, as I said right in the beginning, you have to clear your mind for it to be like, and it's at this exact moment when you clear your mind, things are going to be transparent for you. You know, you're going to see what you already know, but maybe you're like not wanting to see, you know? Maybe you're not wanting to see. You're like so used to the battle and to the battlefield, like look how smoky it is, how confusing it is, the battlefield. Like how it's hard to see anything, just that she's fighting, you know? So yeah. The second that we have the crane bag, it says sacred ocean medicine, clutter, declutter, choice, and coral's wisdom, colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. Nice. So I do believe here that there's a lot of things, as I said before, you need to heal, okay, so you can handle this energy, so you can feel honored enough to deserve a connection, a high connection, you know, a spiritual connection, or you know, an all-in connection. And for that you need to choose that. You need to choose yourself, actually. Because the spirit is always with us, and it's always wanting what's best for us. So you need to choose yourself, and you need to choose to declutter the things. And as I keep saying, clean it up. Like, clean your surroundings, man. Like, maybe you should literally clean your house, but clean your thoughts, clean your life, clean the people around you that, I mean, the energies around you. Look it up online for ways of energy cleansing, you know, sage your house by, I don't know, I mean, just do something really for you to allow yourself to see things more clearly, you know, because and last but not least, I mean, the first card is this card that we have this person with a high guard, you know, there's a battling pose. And the last card talks about, I mean, she's giving her back, but in a different way. She's giving her back in trust and like showing her corals, showing her skin, showing who she is. And it talks here about delicacy and fragility, and works that are created over great periods of time, which means the work of decluttering yourself, of healing the parts of you that are so used to fighting for love or fighting for happiness and not even achieving it, to just feeling like, oh, you know, cluttered and feeling like you're a mess and that you're always fighting. I mean, this is going to take time for you to heal all those patterns. But for you to start, you need to be fragile. You need to allow yourself to not be in the battle position, you know? You need to allow yourself to turn your back onto the people you feel connected with, of course, and you feel aligned with. You need to feel safe enough to that. We have the palm tree: stability, security, growth, flexibility, endurance. So you need to be flexible enough. I mean, there's a lot of things like in resume here. Stop fighting the material fight. Go inwards. Narrow down your options. Allow yourself to ask the universe and allow yourself to clear your mind. Be transparent about your wants and needs. What is it that you feel that is aligned with you, and what is it that isn't anymore, and what is that you need to cut it out, and what is it that you need to trust that the universe is bringing to you. And if you cannot trust that the universe is bringing to you a lot of good things, you have to ask yourself, do I feel worthy of good things? And if you don't, you need to come back inside and say, I am deserving of the highest and greatest and the pretty perfect happy ending. You know, I am worthy of that. I'm dignified. I am a great person. Because you are. I mean, I don't know you, I don't have to know you, but I don't feel anything different than that. So just believe that, you know. Even if you have in your life, even if you were someone that made a lot of mistakes, because you probably are, because we all make mistakes, you still are worthy. You're still someone worthy of the alignment, worthy of the happiness, worthy of the love, you know. But you have to go on, believe that, and work on that. And for that, you're going to have to make healthy choices about yourself and about the external things that you keep. And if you're in love, and if you feel like there's someone that has your heart, because you have a heart with a key, and there's someone that you feel aligned with, and it's someone that's always on your mind, and you feel like it takes you off of your comfort zone, because it might be a twin flame, but you're afraid, because it takes you off of what you're used to do, and it feels like too easy to be true, and at the same time it's just weird. Allow yourself to be fragile into the feeling. I mean, even the feeling, I do believe that even the feeling of feeling whatever it is that you feel about someone or about something, when it's aligned, it scares you because it's too easy. I mean, it's like I can hear you thinking, this is too easy. Like, how could it be too easy? I mean, this has to be like, this is going to bite me in the back. This is going to stab me in the back. You know, it's like you cannot trust that good things are possible. Like actual good things. Not that things that we fight for are bad things. No, but good things that are or how can I say, that don't require material fights. They do require a lot of fights here. I mean, you have to fight your ego. And this is really much harder than fighting material aspects of life, okay? So if the problem here is you thinking that you need to fight for love, I mean, fighting your ego is a huge fight. So go on and feel like you're deserving of it, you know? Because you're going to be fighting for sure. For sure you're going to be fighting yourself, fighting your fears. And this is the only fighting you need to do when it comes to love, you know? You don't have to be, and not only, I mean, romantic love, relationship love, even though this is, the tendency is this in this message. Everything that is worth it and that is aligned and that is actually good for us, it's going to take us out of our comfort zone at some point. But not in a point that hurts us. And yes, in a point that helps us evolve, because there are a lot of battles we go through in life that they diminish us, they humiliate us, they make us feel smaller, and those are the ones you need to step back from. You know, you gotta go for the discomfort that makes you feel great. I mean, this discomfort is really uncomfortable, but at the same time, it kind of makes me feel like badass. I mean, that I'm fighting this, that I'm going against this ego or against this fear that I have. I kind of feel courageous, even though it's really uncomfortable. You know, I feel courageous. So that's greatness, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Vulnerability is one of the biggest strengths you can pursue and achieve and, you know, yeah, create in life and allow in life. And that's it. I'm going to stop here. I'm pretty sure this is longer than I expected, but yeah, it's my first. I really thought it would be like smaller and just shorter than the other readings I usually do, but it wasn't really like that. And yeah, but yeah, I'm really glad. And I really do hope you guys loved it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with a friend if you feel to, share it with a friend the channel and stuff. And that's it. I'm going to leave you guys here for now. And yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to say. Bye, see you. I would like to thank my guides and thank your guides for you being here, and I'm really sending you all the light, all the love, all the healing that you need. Trust yourself, trust your process. You are giant. You are a giant.